What's up YouTube, this is Dennis Panuta for tutorials.eu. In this video we're going to look at the abstract keyword, and this is part of a series that I am starting, and it's about going through the keywords that we have for C#. So there are a bunch of C# keywords out there, and I wanted to look at them one by one. So you can see here I want to go through them alphabetically, and we're going to look at the contextual keywords as well. You see there are a couple more that are going to be very interesting. So we're going to start with abstract in this video, then at base, bool, and so forth. So you see there are a bunch of keywords we need to look at, and the alphabet is our friend. So we're going to start with the letter A. Okay, so let's get started. Let's look at a project that I have here. So I have this project with, well, my default class, program CS, and by the way, it just has console.writeLine in it. So this is the new console template. If you are wondering where this comes from, I have a video about it online as well. Check that one out. It's going to be in the card, and then you will basically understand what this all means. So as you see, there is no boilerplate code anymore with the entire namespace using keywords as well as class keywords and main method and so forth. It's all directly usable here. So this is as if we were in the main method. So here console.writeLine is going to run something on the, well, in the main method, so to speak. So what I have is an animal class, and I want to look at the abstract keyword. So you see we have this class called animal, and I'm expecting for you to know what classes are, obviously, otherwise this doesn't make sense. So we have this class called animal, and we want to have a class called dog, and then later a class that is called cat as well. In order to use the abstract keyword, what you can do is you can make, for example, a class abstract. So here, this is going to be the class animal, which will be an abstract internal class. Internal is an access modifier, which we're going to look at once we're at the letter I as well. So now inside of this abstract class, I can go ahead and create abstract methods. And the abstract keyword can also be used with properties, indexers, and events. So classes, methods, indexers, events, and properties. Okay, and then let's go ahead and use it for a method. So here I'm going to create a public abstract void make sound method. So this method, you see, doesn't have a body because this is an abstract method. The abstract keyword or modifier indicates that the thing being modified has a missing or incomplete implementation. So in this particular case, we can see that this class animal has something missing, and in particular we can see it for this method make sound. So this make sound method is incomplete. There is no body, so it doesn't have a method body of what should be executed once this method is being called. So that means that once we are inheriting from animal, we can then, or we have then, to do the implementation. So let's go ahead and look at this class dog. So dog here is going to inherit from animal. Okay, so now once you do that, you can see that dog creates an error. Dog does not implement inherited abstract member animal makes sound. So we now need to go ahead and implement the method, and well, by implementing this method, you see we are adding this public override void make sound. And now we need to add something here. So we need to say what should happen once we want to make a sound as a dog. So currently it's throwing a not implemented exception, which means, well, we haven't wrote any code here yet. So if we run the application right now, obviously nothing would happen because we are not creating any dog objects. But now let's go ahead and create a dog object here. So let's say dog, let's call him Sif. Is going to be a new dog, and for dog to be available, we need to either use abstract demo dog or we need to use using abstract demo. So now this will allow us to access the classes inside of abstract demo. So now let's use the Sif and call its method make sound. Okay, like so. And now if I run this code, we will get the not implemented exception. So this error will be called and we can directly see, okay, well, this is where we need to implement something. So let's just do that. So let's go ahead and get rid of this and use a control write line statement here. And this one would be something like woof, for example. Okay, So now if we run the application again, we should see woof here. All right, so now what we have done is we've used the abstract keyword to create a class which uses an abstract method where we don't implement it at this point yet, but whichever class is inheriting from us will need to go ahead and take care of the implementation. So that's what the abstract keyword is really for. So now go ahead and create a class called cat and implement the make sound method there as well by first of all inheriting the animal class, obviously. Quick pause. In this video you'll learn something about C#, and if you want to learn everything there is to know that you need for the fundamentals and to become a real C# developer, then definitely check out my C# masterclass, in which you're going to learn all of the things you need to know about C#. So you're going to learn how to do the basics, how to use object-oriented programming, how to use WPF in order to create your own user interfaces, how to use databases, how to use LINQ, how to create your own games using Unity, and a lot more. So if you want to become a real C# developer, definitely check out the link in the description below. Okay, I hope you tried it. So here you can go ahead and add a new class, or you can press Ctrl K and C, and then this window will pop up. I'm going to call this one cat.cs, which will be a general class. Let's add that. And now cat should inherit from animal like we did before. And now obviously cat needs to implement the method that is available inside of our animal class. So here show potential fixes, and then we can just implement the missing methods. You can see make sound has been added, and the override keyword is being used as well because we are overriding whatever was defined in the parent class's method. So we're going to look at the override keyword once we're at the O letter. But generally speaking, we're just saying whatever was defined inside of animal for what make sound should do, we're going to override that with our own code, so to speak. And that's what we're doing. So here, instead of throwing in not implemented exception, I want to do something like meow. Okay, so that's what the cat is going to do. And now let's go ahead and create a cat object. So cat, my cat, or let's call it Mole, which was my first cat. Let's create this new cat and let's call mole.makeSound to just check it out, and we see meow is being called as well. So that is what the abstract keyword can do for us. Now there are a couple of things that we need to consider. So an abstract class cannot be instantiated. So let's look at that. So let's go ahead and try to create an animal object, my animal, or let's see, animal new animal, like so. You see this doesn't work, even though the IDE auto-completed all of this code and created this new animal, but that just doesn't work because cannot create an instance of the abstract type or interface animal. And then whenever you are using the abstract keyword, you cannot use the sealed keyword. So you cannot use the sealed modifier here. You cannot say abstract sealed internal class animal, because what those two keywords do is they basically do the opposite of each other. So abstract requires a class to be inherited to do anything, because animal by itself doesn't do anything, right? And sealed prevents a class from being inherited. So we're going to look at sealed once we're at the S letter. But now you have an idea of what the abstract keyword does for you. The same concept applies, as I said at the very beginning, also for events, properties, and indexers. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave a like and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. The channel is pretty small still. We've just started with it, and yeah, looking forward to creating a bunch of really cool videos in the future for you.